Beautiful day today. We're going to have a look in Faye's underground home. She was one of the early settlers here, I believe. Interesting piece of machinery for pulling ore out of an opal mine. Nice garden here. There's some big cacti there. Beauty. Beauties. We're wandering down to do the mine tour first. Tank over yonder is the original one in Coober, Pedy. And they used to rely on rainfall and water was rationed. This area here has been set aside for the tourists to have a bit of a fossick around to keep them off the active leases. These are mud shells from the inland sea, which was here. This tunnel here wasn't always this round. It was pretty rough and dirty. A couple of ladies dug out, but since then they've had a tunnelling machine in to make it nice and tidy and a bit higher.
Done by professional miners. Like I said, after Faye had the mine, we had the tunnelling machine come through to give you easy access. Faye also owned and opened the Opal Cave in the main street with underground coach camping and
there's a gypsum vein running through there.
Who knows?
No, gee, I was
I
here.
can't say anything here, I do that. Okay, opal gets its colour through the inland sea that this once was. Okay. To transport the rubble from blasted out area down here to the air shaft, where then it was put into, I assume, drums and hoisted it upstairs, or at a later date the bucket elevators were used. Now, if you can move down just a little bit and turn around.
These bucket elevators aren't used too often these days. They've got blowers, like a big vacuum cleaner, to suck the ore out to the top. And these tunnels are usually round these days, because back in the day when the two ladies dug these, nobody knew about the strength of circles or tunnels, round tunnels. Two ladies that dug this found a hell of a lot of opal in here, apparently. That's gypsum up there. These are blasting holes. And the explosives they use. This one here, the sausage, kids make them up. It's their job after school. This is opal line, potch it's called. And it's not worth anything, that's why it's still here. Those sausages, you use this stuff and diesel, mix it together and put it inside one of these. With a bit of det cord, detonator and a fuse wire. Like a rabbit warren, you get lost. Out here. Go and have a look at the house. All this stuff here, you're allowed to look through and take some little bits and pieces if you want to. You spend hours here looking for a piece with a bit of colour in it. And check out the underground house.
Look at Tripodil.
No.
No? No. See, I'm round your in Australia in 2015. It was rated in the top 10 as number 5 must see. Okay. Right, now I'll just tell you a little bit about it. Excuse me. Faye Nader was the original owner and builder of the dugout home, and when she came to Pedy, she was 30 years old. Do you mind very much Ingham in North Queensland. Now, when she got here, she intended to go opal mining, and but she did need somewhere to stay, and so she purchased this little garage which housed the mail truck. Now, that little garage is this area. Put your feet up, have a beer. That's what was done. Right? And she was in touch with a couple of girlfriends in Adelaide and said, I'm not coming back through Adelaide, so I'm not going to visit you. I'm going to stay and go mining and open the ground and build a home. And the two girlfriends, Etty Hall and Sue Bernard from Adelaide, they said, we're coming with you. And so they came up, and the three ladies got stuck in with a pick each and dug the home out. It took them just over 10 years to dig the house out and to go mining. Now, the mining subsidised the expense, their living expenses, while they were digging the home out. Now,
so when Faye and the two girlfriends were digging for opal, they realised, well, Faye realised that there was nowhere to get rid of it. So she opened up a little shop called the Opal Cave. Bit of a cupboard, built-in robe. This is the walk-in robe. All the stuff in this house belonged to Faye, even though she sold it and moved on to Queensland and bought a hotel. There's a cellar. Be a constant temperature all year round in here. Deco drinks cabinet. And this place comes complete with its indoor swimming pool. How's that? Got vents all over the place for circulation. It's pretty cold in here at the moment. Faye loved to party.
In 400 metres, keep left onto Kamakio closed.
Serbian Orthodox Church. I think that's for christening people. Looks like they do their cooking in there. The Serbian Orthodox Church. As far as the eye can see, there's mounds of dirt. I wonder how many of them have made their fortune. This is the Coober breakaways, just to the northeast of Coober, Pedy. Down this way is Coober, Pedy and the rabbit warrens.
Years ago, and it was that bloody windy we couldn't get out of the ute.
Oh. So dry blower over there, working, finding some opal hopefully. Sorry to bore you with this landscape. Just enjoying the rich colours. Interesting flower in this bush. Interesting flower on this bush here too. Out there. Didn't expect to see one of these out here. The South Australian section of the dog fence is 2,150k long, and it forms part of an unbroken barrier that stretches over 5,600 kilometres through South Australia. Would have been a good fence job, this one. 5,600 k's, right? Stretching all the way from South Australia, Queensland and New South Wales. Looks like Dave developed a leak in his car. There's not much in the way of vegetation out here. We're on the road from Coober, Pedy to Oodnadatta. Closer to Coober, Pedy. Lots of mica out there glistening in the sunlight. Giddy Creek. Pedy, we're back on the gravel again. Mount Marion Station. We're just going to have a look around this creek. We might find a camp spot here. Algebullcullia Creek. And a nice little camping spot here. Big eagle's nest up in the tree. Finch's nests underneath. Bit late for nesting season, so there's nothing in it. So we've made camp in this little creek, Algebullcullia Creek. And it's time for me to go for a wander in the bush to see what's out here. Pretty harsh out here. The only trees you see are on the creek lines, and there's not many of them. Been a fair bit of water come down here at some stage. You can see all the debris in the shrub there. That's probably about 3 foot off the ground, or a metre. Amazing out here in the middle of nowhere, amongst the flies. You find a bit of broken glass. Tree roots running all over the place trying to seek out a bit of moisture. There are a few birds around. Pink and grey galah. Saw a crow. Some top knot pigeons. We've a nice little camping area in here too. We had a cay up at river or creek. There's water up there. I better go and have a closer look, eh? Must be mussels live hereabouts. Peaceful little spot. You can see the cows have been down here for a drink. All these pock marks in the ground. Be hard walking through the mud to get a drink, I reckon. This stuff's called mica and it usually shines in the sunlight. It does there. It comes in layers and layers and layers of stuff. And little billabong goes for a ways. These things are all over the place up here. Must be freshwater mussels. Time to head back to camp, so I'll get there before sundown. Follow this creek back, we should be right, I reckon. The further you go upstream, the more the catchment spreads out. Either I go back down to the creek, I'm not going down here, I'll probably break my neck. Or I go around. Perfect little hollow for bird life, I reckon. What did you see? I couldn't see, it's too high to reach. Little birdie flying all around, a bit hard to see. There's a tag on the ground. Just got a series of numbers on it. Bit of a bone orchard. For a cow. Died. from hunger or thirst perhaps, or maybe a broken leg, who knows. Where are you going up there, little fella? Yeah, you just want somebody to talk to. Do you? Okay. You sound like a butcher bird. Wow, you're pretty. I'll see you later, mate. So there's camp over yonder. Made it back safely. Always good.